Hello and welcome to the Fun Going Broke channel. In today's video I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I think it's a great idea for anyone to buy a Subaru Impreza WRX STI, especially the hatchback. And I'm going to talk to you about 5 reasons why it's a horrendous idea to purchase Subaru Impreza WRX STI, especially the hatchback. Anyway, reason number 1, the motor. It's the EJ257. 4-cylinder boxer turbo, puts out a little over 300 horsepower, 300 foot-pounds of torque. It's been out since 2003 based on versions that have been around before that, so it puts out consistent power. It's easily modified for more power if you like it. The turbo is an absolute rush and it's a real performer. Yes, let's talk about that motor. The motor that, even though it's been around forever and was introduced here in 03, has failed so many times that owners made a class action lawsuit against Subaru because the ringland failure was so common, and that's what happened with this car and the reason it had to have a new motor put in. And by the way, the cost of a new motor is ridiculous, even though they fail all the time. Almost $7,000 for a salvaged motor out of a wrecked car. Don't even talk about trying to get a new one. It's ridiculous. Let's talk about the suspension and the handling. This thing handles like a true sports car. With the shorter wheelbase and shorter vehicle, the turn in is immediate and it does great. It just plants in a curve and you can feel it figure out the power with the all-wheel drive system and just shoot you out of the turn. It has great grip, handles perfectly. It's a real back road ripper and it's an absolute blast to drive. Yeah, let's talk about that suspension. It's way too firm. This thing rides way too harsh to be a daily driver. Yes, it feels sporty and hangs the curves, but there's no damping, it feels like, in any crack or crevice you feel, and it feels like it's going to upset the car. Really hard to believe that this is based on their rally car. I've had 2 WRXs, a 03 and a 04. The WRXs don't feel like that at all. They have really dialed in damping. They still feel sporty, but they can really handle cracks, bumps in the road. They're even fun to take off-road on dirt roads. Let's talk about the brakes. These Brembo brakes will stop time. These are the best brakes I've ever experienced on any vehicle that I've ever driven. It's incredible, the stopping power, the confidence they inspire. They are one of the most impressive aspects of an impressive car. I'll give you that. The brakes on this thing are incredible. The only downside is it's ridiculously expensive to replace the rotors and brake pads. $250 for pads for these. If you want OEM Brembo pads, that's really expensive. It just adds more to the upkeep and cost of this car. Let's talk about the looks, overall aesthetics, and interior. I think these cars look great. They're understated but still sporty. Especially, I really like the hatchback with the more subdued wing. Since I'm not younger, I appreciate that it looks slightly aggressive. It still looks good, but not being overly done and doesn't look like a cop magnet. Love the World Rally Blue, the wide body kit especially. Interior is really nice. Alcantara suede Recaro seats with the STI stitching. Cool shifter, really mechanical feel. Neat steering wheel, orange highlighted gauges. Great package all the way around. And still a hatchback so you can transport things. Alright, let's talk about the way this car looks. It's an Impreza with a body kit on it. The Impreza, by the way, is the cheapest car in Subaru's lineup. And you can tell when you get inside. Yes, I agree, it does have really cool seats. Love the Alcantara. But everything else, it's an Impreza. It's cheap plastic everywhere. Things can crack and break, like the radio. Things just fail because it's Impreza. It's their cheapest car and they're not known for interior quality anyway. And that's kind of nuts for considering how expensive this car was. And let's talk about reason number 5, the technology. So the all-wheel drive system, Subaru's been making all-wheel drive for years and years. The all-wheel drive system is awesome. You can control the all-wheel drive system, 16 different variations of controlling power, wheel to wheel and front to back. It's got the sport, sharp, and intelligent modes for throttle mapping. So really great technology all wrapped into this package to make this a real performance car. Yes, let's talk about that technology. Who needs 16 different settings on your all-wheel drive system? Even the Evo just has 3, tarmac, gravel, and snow. Or how about let's give some labeling on the system to give you some sort of idea of what you're doing, instead of it saying C diff and VDC. It's confusing. You shouldn't have to read the owner's manual and study it to understand how to operate your car. And what's the point of those throttle mapping modes? Sport Sharp is the most fun, yet anytime you turn the car off and back on, Sport Sharp is gone. And why do you need a turbo car that doesn't act like it has a turbo? And why does it have adjustable settings for the height on the headlights in case you were to tow, but this car isn't rated to tow? Okay, so all joking aside, I absolutely love this car. I've only had it for a few months, but it's a blast. I do love the way it looks. I love the way it drives. I hate how much it costs to get it fixed, but let me know in the comments about your experiences with these cars and which one of me you agree with. Thanks for watching. More to come later. GoPro, stop recording.